welcome back. Long time no see. Here we are editing this video, realizing that I never filmed an intro for you. Go figure. Anyways, this video is going to pick up. I'm installing the crank. Finally getting around to getting the rotating assembly put in and getting this motor back together. So it's going to pick up with me putting assembly lube on the journals, because what I'm about to do is set the crank in and we are going to do some testing to check clearances. So that's what you'll see at the beginning of the video, is the start of that. So stick around, watch the assembly go, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so I put bearings in. I went ahead and put the assembly lube on the bottom bearing, just because those probably aren't coming back out. The top one I left dry because we put the plastic gauge on top. So now I'm going to torque all of these down, and we're going to check the plastic gauge, make sure we're within spec, make sure we're not too loose or too tight. So I'm going to do that now. We'll check them in a second. Okay, so for those of y'all who don't know, this is plastic gauge. This is what I put on those spots with the bearing. It's real thin. So now that we've torqued everything down, see this little scuff mark looking piece? That's what it left. So now we'll take our sheet here, which tells you thicknesses. You know, that mark there is 0.001, 0.003. So it all depends on how much it got smushed. So this is going to tell us our bearing clearances and if we're within spec. So let's see. Let's say that one's closer to 0.15. Oh, 0.15. Oh, 0.15. Which I think that is good. That one's closer to 0.01. Yeah.
Where the hell have you been? We must have left you 100 messages. Did it ever occur to you to let someone know you were okay?
015. So let me double check what the clearance is supposed to be, but I think that's good. I think we need it to be around that, what is that? Tenths, hundred, one thousandths. It's pretty sure what we need it to be. So let me double check that real quick, and if we're good, we're good to oil these up and torque them down for good. All right, so we're good. Double checked. We are well within clearance. Clearance is 9 thousandths to 17 thousandths, and the tighter tolerance is closer to the 1 mark, and the lower is closer to the 15. So well within our ranges. So we will get this in and torqued, and then spin it over. Make sure it spins nice and freely. So, almost forgot to put these guys in. Balls. These little thresh washers. Pretty sure they can slide in after the fact, but I started to sit that in there. But they go, just kind of sit like here, right here. So it kind of keeps the crank from moving left to right some. So, anyways, just thought I'd pause and tell you that. All right, so here we go. Oh, yes. Nice and smooth. Rotation. Not hard, not excessive. That means I got it right. All right, now we move on to the rods. So I'm probably going to do the same thing with the rods, check the clearance. So I'm not gonna put the rings on yet. I'm just gonna slide them in there. That way I can get the rod in there, in and out, check the clearance. If the clearance is good, then I still have to gap the rods, but still have to gap the rings. So we'll do that. Check this clearance, make sure it worked good. Gap the piston rings, and then I'll have to go get a clamp to get them in, but maybe we'll get that done today. So that's what's next. All right, here we go. Okay, so sorry I didn't film knocking it out. I had to go find my dowel rod. I couldn't find it. Anyways, this is number 1, number 4. Number 1, we measure somewhere close to 0.15, so 15 thousandths. And this one's closer to 1 thousandths. They're both within spec. Spec is 8 10 thousandths, so 0.000. So spec is 2. So both within spec. So we're good to roll on those two. So I'm gonna check 2 and 3, and then yeah, we'll see how those go. All right, so 3 and 4 are done. So we've got that mark. And I think the mark from the bearing came off because I got 2 marks here. So let's see what we got.
I want to see her. Is she okay?
Do we have to get her a lawyer? No, she's all right. I'm just asking her some questions. I'd be in there right now with her if I could. It's strictly police business.
I was in her bedroom last night studying for midterms.
At what time?
I don't know. She had dinner with us. Then she met Mads at the library.
And she came home early because she said Matt never showed. Mads was spending some lots for her. She's not that
That one's a little tricky.
So
let's see.
Yeah, around 9. I brought her a snack.
The police pulled him over just before 9 this month.
Well, I thought that's when I went in. I don't know anymore.
I saw her when she got back, and her light was almost dying.
Can you first line something snuck out? Guys, really, I think we're just dealing with the case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Sutton, honey.
This one seems a little loose. Oh, I'm on the wrong side.
Stand up, guy. You can really know at a time like this.
It's definitely not that one. This one's closer down here to
This is just so weird. Sutton gets arrested?
something more like
What
a
is this? You have to set where's this is happening. Do you think Sutton has something to do with it?
man. I gotta double check that one. Make sure I did that one
Come on.
to the right toward
Exactly. Chums.
3 thousandths. That's too loose. This one I think is probably closer to the 1.5 mark. Just like that. It's just much bigger, but it's broken. So I'm gonna double check which cylinder is this. Is cylinder 2? Yeah, I'm gonna check. No, double check cylinder 3. Cylinder 3 is real loose. So let's try that one again. Okay, so I just redid it. I got a much cleaner mark this time, and it shows to be closer to that. Closer to the 15 thousandths mark now. It's kind of hard to show you in the camera, but it's measuring closer to that versus where I was getting that closer to 3 thousandths last time. So we're good. So now all the rods are within clearance. So now we need to look at the rings, see where they're at, and then gap them and get them to the correct clearance for what I want. And then we'll get the rings on, and then we'll get the pistons in for final assembly. Probably won't be today though, because I don't have a clamp to clamp that down and put the pistons in with the rings. So, but we will start with some of these. Okay, so cylinder 1, top ring, measuring about 15 thousandths. And from what I've read, you want it to be for boosted application somewhere from 16 to 17 thousandths on the top ring. So I think I'm just going to kind of, being that it's a street application, we're going to shoot for kind of more streetability, a little tighter. See if I can do this. There we go. Alright, so when I stick this 16 in there, like it fits, but what it likes to do is it likes to raise up that other one. And it's pretty tight. It is a 16th ring. Yeah. So I'm gonna use the boosted boy method of setting the ring gaps. I'll show you all that. See like how that grabbed onto it? So it needs to be just, I mean, it's almost there. It just needs a little more. So let me show you. So when it's slowing down, I'll just kind of make sure I'm nice, flat, you know, and let that shave just a little bit of that metal off. And then we'll keep checking it until we get that nice fit of a 1/16 of an inch. Okay, so I think I'm done outside of the oil ring. So here's what I measured. That one was correct. And I went and buzzed some of it off and made it a little bigger by accident. But I think it's okay. But I mean, most of them didn't even take an adjustment at all. Like, I should have left that one alone. I think this is the only one that I had to go buzz. It was like a 020. The rest were 021, so I made it the same. Remeasured that one, and I feel more comfortable at a 021 versus a 022. But yeah, I didn't have to do a whole lot to make them to be what I want them to be. So it's a little strange, I think. The oil ones, these need trimming, but I don't have a big enough feeler gauge. So it says it's supposed to be 15 thousandths times the bore, which makes it like a 48 hundredths, something like that, 048 or 042. I don't remember the exact measurement, but I only go up to 035, and a 035 does not fit. So I'm gonna do a bigger feeler gauge before I can do those. But yeah, so that's where we're gonna stop now. I'll pick up whenever I get a bigger feeler gauge. Sorry I didn't film it. It wasn't really a good way to film me sitting there measuring and walking out there to the garage to make the small adjustment and come back, measure again. So I didn't want to put you through all that, so I didn't film it. But yeah. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna stop for now. Alright, so I wanted to go over a couple things real quick. So I don't know what I was thinking the other day. The oil ring gap, I was completely wrong. I read it wrong. It was saying that it needed to be 15 thousandths at a minimum. So we were like 28. We were 28 thousandths across the board. So we were well within spec on those. And then someone else said I didn't have a bigger feeler gauge. I don't know. I was just not thinking, because I could just stack two feeler gauges together to get the size I needed. Anyways, glad I didn't do it, because I would have screwed it all up. Anyways, the top ring I had some difficulties with. So the second ring had an etching on it that said up. These, I have not found a dimple, an etching, a number, what they call a beveled edge. They said, you know, sometimes the inside ring, part of the ring is sometimes beveled a certain way, and that, you know, that's how you know which way it goes up, depending on which, if it's like this side that's beveled or this side. Anyways, nothing at all on this ring. I ended up having to call CP Corello. Called these guys because that's where the rings came from. They have some sort of deal with Aries. Anyways, see, this is what I'm talking about. This see how like that one's got a notch, that one's got a notch with a barrel face, so that would go notch up, and then second ring you have the notches, and notches go down. But there's nothing that tells me what's going on. So just in case you guys ever run across this particular part number, T12820, for an 82 millimeter Aries piston, is non-directional, meaning it can go this way or this way, doesn't matter. So just FYI, in case any of you guys out there are building the B18 like I am. Anyways, so I'm going to get the ring. You see I got the oil rings on and the second ring on the pistons. So now I was waiting until I heard back on these to know. So I got my answer. I got our piston, compressor. God. I got my piston ring compressor. So this will wrap around the piston and snug those rings tight so I can get it in the bore. So we have everything we need. So I will get started on that here in just a little bit, and hopefully get these pistons in the engine tonight.
So I cut out a portion of this video due to me just not explaining very well very quickly. So here's the rundown. As you saw, I struggled getting those pistons in. It was very difficult. The tool I rented, I do not suggest using it. If you can get it to work, great. I could not get it to work. I needed the dang thing to click one more click to really compress those rings. It was not working. Luckily, talked with Corey, Muscle and Cars, about it that night. We got to chit-chatting, and he immediately was like, bro, your rings are way too tight. You know, he gave me some suggestions on what he would do, what he would normally put in. Granted, you know, he's usually V8 LS, but I think the theory runs the same for whether you're boosting an LS or you boosting a little Honda motor. I was going off what the pamphlet said right out of the box. They were pretty much what they needed to be. I thought that was strange initially anyways. So I was more on Corey's side that, you know, you're probably right. This probably is way too tight. So I also consulted another gentleman, Brandon Jackson. He's another Honda guru that, you know, he's got a super fast Honda. If you don't know him, you should. Anyways, I gave him the numbers that me and Corey talked about, and he said, honestly, that's a little on the loose side for the Honda. So I shot for the middle. I went for something in between what he told me and what Corey told me. So that's a little loose, according to them. But it's, I think it'll be a good in between, a good middle ground. I think we're safe. We shouldn't have to worry about any issues. So this is where the video is going to pick back up, so I'll let that start now. Okay, so we're back another night here. We are going to hopefully get these pistons in tonight. So I finished gapping the rings last night. Ended up with, let me remind myself, 24 thousandths on the top and 28 thousandths on the bottom. I talked to a couple guys about it, and they said that that's probably on the looser side. One said that Corey, Muscle and Cars, says he'd probably go a little looser. So I'm going to hit the middle, and we're going to stick with what we got. So got this piston here ready to go. Rings on, in place. Using my little chart here to tell me like where to put the opening. So like number 2 is down here, talking about these splits where they open right here. So they're all placed right. So this one is ready to be clamped and go in, and this is the clamping tool I got now. So it's these little barrels. So this will spread out over, and then I'll use these pliers here to, as you can see, ratchet to pull it close. And then that'll give me my ability to push these bad boys into the block, man. So pretty excited. Hopefully get this crap in here tonight. It's only taken me a week to finally get it to this point. But yeah, I'll get the time lapse going, guys. We'll get this party rolling. We about to be rolling.
Ooh wee, baby. Here we go. Here we go, baby. They're all in there. Nice and smooth action. Ooh. So sweet is the sound. Man, I didn't think this day would ever come. So, bottom rotating assembly is in place. It's a huge step towards the racing season this year. Really hoping that this is a good year, good turnout, good racing. So now I get to focus on putting the rest of the bottom end together. We still need to do our valve to piston clearance check. So I'm gonna basically assemble the whole thing, check it, disassemble it, and you know that's going to tell me, you know, can I buy a normal head gasket? Do I need a thicker one? Yada yada. But yeah, you know, that's a huge step. So anyways, gonna end the video off here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna order some seals. You know, just might as well replace them while I'm here at it. I don't want to have to, you know, tear something apart because I didn't want to spend the $5, $10, whatever on a seal. So order some seals. When those come in, we'll start you know, reassembling the bottom end, getting all that stuff put back on, the oil pump, water pump, whatever else, all the other good fun stuff. So anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. Stay along for the ride. We're gonna make some power this year, baby. See ya.